These words in the midst of the 2020 coronavirus pandemic and the financial disasters it has wrought. We frequently approach books of new thought, mind power, and practical metaphysics because we find ourselves confronted with deep and unexpected needs. We often come to these books seeking financial solutions. Perhaps we are trying to break out of a rut in our career or maybe in our personal life. We come perhaps rebounding from a broken relationship. We come looking for a greater sense of personal power and the ability to see through our wishes in life. Bristol found himself at just such a crossroads. It was during World War I when he entered the military service in 1918, the final year of that catastrophic conflict. At that time, American forces were fully engaged, and Bristol found himself stationed in France. He later went on to write for the Army newspaper Stars and Stripes, but early in his career, he was a standard grunt hauling around ammunition and supplies in dangerous battlefield conditions. Because of a snafu in his transfer papers, Bristol was receiving no pay. For weeks, he was unable to purchase a stick of gum, a cigarette, or candy bar. He experienced an acute sense of longing every time he saw another GI light up a cigarette or throw away a gum wrapper. He thought, that is everything I can't do. He had a place to sleep on the ground, he had meals supplied by the Army, but for a long stretch he was penniless. Bristol vowed that someday he would have lots of money. He would never again find himself in that situation. He swore that when he got out of the Army and returned to the States, he would spend the rest of his life in prosperity. This experience ignited in Claude the one thing that is crucial to every mind power program, and I ask you to take it very seriously. It is having a passionate, absolute, definite, and unshakable aim. That is the dividing line between success and failure in any program of self-development, whether metaphysical, therapeutic, or both. Your desire must be specific. It is insufficient to have a wishy-washy, half-committed desire or a general wish for things to get better. You must not hedge or be embarrassed about your desire. It belongs to you alone. You don't have to vet it with anybody else. You don't need anybody else's approbation. Claude wished for money, which he writes about very plainly in The Magic of Believing. What is your wish? Remember, you don't have to share it with anybody. In fact, it's better not to. It's better to be silent because you don't want to invite the opinion of someone who's going to break down your mental resolve, who's going to randomly criticize you, or who's going to tell you in so many words that you're not being spiritual enough. I don't make distinctions in my search between inner and outer, personality and essence, higher and lower, spiritual and material. It's all one thing. It's one life. And it's yours. You may be possessed by a deeply felt need for which you have very good reasons. That need may be for money. That need may be for something you wish to produce in the world, like a work of art or a business innovation. That need may be to excel in your field, whether you're a soldier, school teacher, or salesperson. Whatever it is, you may feel a profound hunger for it. You mustn't feel embarrassed by your need. Do not get melancholy or self-doubtful about it. The driving engine of all progress is the urgency to repair something. There's a relationship between pain and excellence. A brilliant filmmaker named Jacqueline Castel told me that. That principle reverberates through Claude's story. He suffered want, and that drove him toward a desire. That desire, in turn, drove him towards practical metaphysics. When he arrived back in the States, there were various opportunities awaiting him, both within finance and within journalism. He actually divided his career across both. Whatever he was doing, he would sit at his desk and on a pad or pieces of scrap paper, whatever was at hand, he would doodle dollar signs all day long. He did this when he was on the telephone, in meetings, or contemplating ideas. He was absolutely